Let's see what else we have going on. Let's go to William from Las Vegas. William, welcome. I was just in Las Vegas not long ago.
Hello, David. Were you here again for another convention?
No. I just mean like a month ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So contrary to your other caller, you're far better looking than that guy. So just put that out there.
Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I have two questions for you. First, how agile are the Democrats going to be in the midterm elections, given that we repeatedly have these issues where maniacs shoot people up? We never really solve the issue because no one's able to find a common ground. Adding lethal elements into a school seems like a bananas idea. That's where they want to go. I mean, a few years back when a maniac shut up my town, there's been no progress. So how do you fight the apathy and the futility of trying to progressively get to a solution?
It's absolutely infuriating. And earlier this week, after the Texas mass shooting, I went through this cycle where it's like a rinse repeat. Mass shooting, there's media coverage, everybody says we've got to do something. A few days go by, then the predominant voice becomes Republicans saying, whoa, we can't take away any gun rights. Then a few weeks or a couple months go by and everybody kind of stops talking about it. And then there's another shooting and it's just rinse repeat. Here's my hope. I'm starting to see some polling, not every poll, but some polling that is showing that as a result of the forthcoming Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade, and maybe because of the obvious non-solutions that Republicans are proposing to the mass shooting issue, I'm starting to see some polling that's starting to point in the direction of November all of a sudden not looking so bad for Democrats. Normally, it should be a disaster for Democrats. Joe Biden just won in 2020. You would expect Democrats to get crushed in the midterm. Some new polling I'm seeing genuinely seems to suggest that voters are sick of what's going on. And maybe it actually won't be bad in November and Democrats might be able to get something done. It's very, very cautious optimism, but it does seem like something might be happening here.
I hope so. It is so frustrating, especially having seen a maniac shoot up my town and there be nothing done about it.
Yeah,
it just happens every day.
Yep.
So my last question, if you don't mind, sir,
sure.
I'm making my first trip to New York City later, and I wondered in Brooklyn area, where's a great place, if you're a tourist, to get a great bagel that represents that city?
Oh, okay. So listen, if you are in Brooklyn, my recommendation is go visit our friends. I actually don't know because it's been a couple months since I've been there. On Smith Street, not too far south of Smith and Atlantic, okay? There's a bagel cafe on the west side of Smith Street. It's right on the corner. At one point, it was called Mocha Bagels. I think now it's called Smith Street Bagels, maybe. Go in there, tell them David Pakman sent you. They know me in there, and that is a place I would highly recommend. They'll make you whatever you want. If you say, oh, I want roast beef on a French toast bagel with maple syrup. I wouldn't recommend that, by the way, but they'll make you whatever you want. They're the nicest guys in there.
I think that's close to where I'm at. I'm in that Borum Hill, Dumbo area where I'm staying. So I think that's
You're
close.
blocks away from this. Absolutely.
Beautiful. David, thank you so much for accepting my call. Have a great one.
My pleasure. Thank you. Wow, what a big day of phone calls here. It's wild. Let's go next to Brian from Phoenix, Arizona. Brian, welcome.
Hey, David, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Awesome. I was just seeing today one of my home state representatives, Ruben Gallego, was sending off some fiery tweets in the direction of Ted Cruz and some other GOP reps. Do you think that kind of engagement online is effective, or would actually lead to change, or do you think it's more performative? I'm just wondering what your opinion is about it.
I think that our lawmakers don't make policy based on arguments they get into on Twitter, but I do think that the performance can have some value because I want to see elected officials who genuinely seem to care. And I've interviewed Ruben and he genuinely seems to care. So to the extent that it's authentic, I don't care so much about, oh, is he really going to convince other members of the House or Senate one way or the other on Twitter? No, I don't think he is. But he genuinely is passionate, and I don't mind seeing that on social media.
Awesome. And then do you expect, related, do you expect any federal gun control legislation to happen after this?
You know, I don't. I really, if I'm honest, I don't.
All right. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah. All right. No problem. Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but I just don't. Let's go down to Texas and speak to Asher from Dallas. Asher, go. Asher from Dallas, you're on the air. And last chance for Asher from Dallas. You are muted. I need you to unmute or select your correct audio device. I can see that you're trying to talk, but no audio is coming through. That could be an audio device issue. All right. Unfortunately, no Asher from Dallas experiencing an issue, a technical issue. That's sad to see. Let's go next to Doug from Alabama. Doug, welcome. Doug from Alabama, I can see that you have muted yourself.
Okay, my bad. All right, my bad. Okay. Hey, longtime listener, David. I just wanted to just do like a brief rundown and just get your opinion on something really fast.
Okay.
You know, obviously we're in Alabama. We got really lucky with Doug Jones a few years ago because of the whole fiasco. That's probably the most left person that we've had ever serve, because I mean we had Democrats before, but they were really like Dixiecrats. You know, they weren't really Democrats. So, you know, it's really sad with the state of the elections down here. The current like Democratic, nominees for governor, I'm definitely going to vote for whoever wins. I really think that like Walt Maddox should have ran again, because he was kind of more of like a Biden kind of centrist Democrat, but he probably had the best shot down here. He only lost by like 10 percentage points last time, but luckily, it looks like Kay Ivey won, so she's still really, really bad. But the alternative was even worse. But I want to get your opinion on something. I pretty much know what your answer was going to be, because I've heard your opinion before. But you're probably going to be mad at me. But I actually voted in the primary, but I wasn't. You know, I'm definitely going to vote Democrat in November, but I just chose for some reason. My friend told me I was an idiot for doing it, but I just decided to vote in the Republican primary just to get the least evil people to win, because I know that they're basically going to win in November. So I did, even though Mo Brooks was like probably the worst guy that we could vote for. His Katie Britt's even worse in a lot of ways, and obviously Trump doesn't like Mo Brooks, so I kind of just did like a protest vote, even though I hate Mo Brooks and I don't want him to win. But I don't know. I just wanted your opinion on that. I know you got a show to run, but I appreciate your
Doug. I love it. I don't know what the question is, but we love phone calls from Alabama, and please call in again. Okay, I don't know what the question is. That was very interesting, but I'm just not sure what the question is. We're going to take a very quick break. Just hold on, because we're going right back to the phone lines in a moment.